How to Handyman. Welcome to the channel. First video and first job of the day. Got this customer wants me to put a worktop on this little kitchen thing they made in here. Ain't even got to do mason's miter, just got these little metal strips that go in the corners. So I'll measure that real quick and then go out there, cut them to size. Got to write down a measurement first. I'll mark at the top and mark at the bottom, and then use my panel saw thing. Pick it up like it's nothing, slot it in. Lovely. But they got these metal things that go in there like that. But you screw it to the end of this worktop now, which I'm cutting. You don't screw it to the other side. I cut it through in two rather than just smashing it through and ruining your saw over time. I'll glue up the edges now, make it nice and waterproof. Glue the back of that as well and screw it. And I'll put one on the other end which goes up against the fridge, so it's got this little flat piece that goes on there. Little decorative edge. They are actually quite heavy, these worktops, when you're working on your own. But the guy says he's not living in here, but look, he looks like he's living in there. Fair play. And there you go, it's done. I'll screw these in at the end. Now I've got to do this other side, which has got a breakfast bar. And it's quite a span if we look at that. So I told him we need these metal bars to go there to support it, which he supplied. Everything for this job he supplied. I just turned up and did it. But I'm going to mark these out, both sides, and then cut it with my multi-tool and just slot them in there when they're done. No fixings, just screw it to the underside of the worktop. Clean up the edges, check it fits, and then it's it in. Check it's level, it's bang on. Measure up now, see if it's square, which it isn't. But you want to put your straight edge against the worktop by there, so the wonky edge will go on the other side. Cut it, put the little corner things on, I'm not sure what they're called. And then stick it in. Now I'm gonna go underneath and screw it all up. Secure it. There's not even a sink going in this. That's literally it. £200 I quote for this job. Found it on my builder. Put these little L brackets to secure it a bit more. And I banged a screw through the metal into the worktop. This is the edging strip I'm gluing on here. Run my finger along the top, cut myself pretty deep.
Oh.
Ouch.
Oh.
Bastard. And then I continue to rub my finger along the top. You never learn. And that's it, it's done. Took me about 2 hours. Made myself a cup of tea. Pack up all my tools now. Straight on my builder. which is where I find most of my work. You just find a job that you like the look of, express interest. Usually costs about £5 per lead. If you don't get the job, you don't get it, but you get most of them. And then just put your foot down, get there as fast as you can. Second job of the day, a picture rail and coving. I charged £100 for the picture rail, £100 for the coving. Put my laser level on top of the door. Hopefully the customer doesn't walk in and it falls on them. But I've got my laser level out. I'm going to cut away all the wallpaper from above the laser line and just peel it off. I was quite lucky it didn't stick to the wall. It came off a peach. And now I can glue straight to it, because you can't glue to the wallpaper. Get yourself some good glue. This is Cyraflex. It's what they use for bathroom wall panels. Super strong and it just grabs straight away. It just sticks to the wall. I'm banging it in, make sure it's nice and tight to the wall. You don't want no gaps. And that's it. Fill in all the end pieces. Just walk across their bed. That's the kind of guy I am. Lovely snug fit. I'm going to dry fit it first, make sure it fits. And then glue it up. Straight back on top of their bed. Bang it on. Done. Now for the corners. You don't do 45s, you just do an open miter 45 on one of them. And then where I'm drawing my pencil line now along the edge, that's where you want to cut with your coping saw. Don't bother with a jigsaw. It's just too messy and you'll end up cutting yourself. You want to clamp it down, you don't want to do it over your knee like I've done. But I'm a professional. Been doing this a long time. And then it should look like that. It doesn't matter then if it's not a perfect 90-degree angle, it can be anything and it still looks nice. And it just goes in like that. And that's the job done, first job done. Now the coving, which goes in the top. I've got this little plastic corner cutting thing, I'm not sure what it's called. I'll put a link in the description so you can buy your own. It's cheap and it does the job perfect. But it cuts your 45 nice like that. You just put the saw blade along it. This is just polystyrene coving, so you just glue it up again. Real easy. And whack it on. Again, push it in nice. Be sure your finger don't go straight through it because it is only polystyrene. Cut the opposite corner. Trample over their bed. And it should fit in nice and tight, like that. I'm going to cork up all the corners anyway, right down there. I'll fill in all the other pieces real quick. Cork it, get a wet sponge, smooth it down. Cork everything. Even though that's the decorator's job, but I do it anyway. And that's it, job done. There's another £200. £100 for the picture rail, £100 for the coving. And that's it, day's work done, 400 quid. How to Handyman. Like and subscribe. There'll be plenty more videos coming.